Hi everyone, it's Amanda. Today I'm working with the new basic grey Highline collection and a few other bits and pieces. I'm really loving bold and bright colours at the moment, so I was very lucky to get my hands on some of the papers a bit early, but now I have access to the embellishments. I've pretty much got, I think, almost everything in the collection. Um, yeah, I went a little bit crazy, but that's okay because it's a lot of fun, and I think it will, even though it's quite bold, will mix in with a lot of other bits and pieces. So I had kind of started this layout. I have 8 photos that I took around where I used to live in Brunswick in Melbourne, and also some of them are from Fitzroy, which is the next suburb across. And there's lots of street art there, and so I guess graffiti, but instead of tagging and that, it's work that's been kind of thought out. And I took some pictures of some of the nicer ones that I really liked, and I've been meaning to make a layout for it. I just haven't had the right papers, but this was definitely the right collection for that. I'm At the moment I'm backing lots of things. I'm mounting lots of things on cardboard, but instead of doing cardboard for this, I used a piece of paper from Carter Bella's Hello Again, which the colours match perfectly with this collection. So I like this little branding strip here, and I'm going to cut it out. So I'll skip forward because you don't want to see me do that. It takes forever. But once I've done it, I don't know where to put it. So I'm going to play around with that quite a bit as I go through the layout. Other than knowing that I was going to do the grid photos, I didn't have a lot of plans other than my title, which was going to be Brunswick Street Art. So I'm going through all the bits and pieces and finding things that will work. And I got one of the waterfall packs. If you're not familiar with them, they're from Basic Grey. They release them, I think, with almost every collection now. And they're really great value. You get a mini alpha and some 2 sheets of mini alphabets, labels, journal cards in 4x6, journal cards in 3x4, and some ephemera. So it's perfect if you're a pocket scrapper, but also if you don't want to get all the embellishments for a collection, just a little sampling, they're great to get along with a couple of papers. I think they're really good value for money. So I'm just sorting through the ephemera, and I actually decided to use those big floral die cut there, which is probably a strange choice, but where I lived was actually very green and gardeny, and there were lots of flowers, lots of traditional style cottages, Victorian cottages, and alleys with street art in them. So Brunswick's a very eclectic place. I really enjoyed living there, and it's also a very multicultural kind of community. So there's lots of yummy foods available as well. So anyway, that's why I chose a floral die cut. So I'm just going through, moving things around like I always do. And I decide that I need more layering. It's just going to be too plain. I need something to break up between the black background and the embellishments that are going to go on top. So I just cut down some more of the paper from the collection. And I'm also going to add an Amy Tangerine Project Life card. I'm trying to use these up for things other than Project Life. I've pretty much given up Project Life. It's not something that I don't enjoy it. I find it a chore rather than 12 by 12 scrapping, which I find a joy. I love doing it. I love setting time apart to be creative. But documenting everything I do day in, day out, no. I think if I had kids and a very, very busy life, I would have a different approach to my scrapbooking. But I think at the moment I can take the time to enjoy making 12 by 12 layouts and doing what I love. And then when I'm busier and I have a family, then maybe it'll be time for me to do some pocket scrapping. But at the moment, not a lot happens, and there's only so many pictures of cats that you can. Well, actually, no, there isn't, because I seem to be scrapping them every day. But yeah, there's not enough going on in my life really to maintain a very busy Project Life album. So I'm just using another piece of Amy Tangerine paper, and I have that gap up the top above where I'm trying to put those flowers. I need something there, and I'm just not sure what it is. So I actually go back to the waterfall pack. It had a a 4x6 card in there, which I really like the pattern on the paper. but I didn't, oh sorry, not the pattern, the colours on the paper, kind of like a sunset ombre. So I wanted to use that. So I just cut it in half. So if down the track I do want a 3x4 card for some reason, I'll have the other half kept intact. And I'm just using corner rounder there just to kind of, I don't know why. I think because the Amy Tangerine card was rounded, I think I felt like I needed some continuity there. If you are going to buy a corner rounder, do not buy the Becky Higgins one. It's very poorly made. I don't like it. 9 out of 10 times it won't work properly. So I think that unfortunately that wasn't a good product for her to put her name on, but I believe that the We Are Memory Keepers Corner Chomper, which I want to get my hands on, is meant to be very good. If you have a recommendation of one, please put it down the bottom, because I'd be interested to hear what you have to say about that. And I'm using the Kalbarteski Thickers still again, and I've run out of R's, so I actually took a U and dissected it. And I think it's okay that there's lowers and capitals in it, and I do think it just works for this page. Now I'm going a bit crazy with glue dots, pop dots. I don't know why. I just felt I needed a lot of them on there, so that was probably a bit excessive. I go through adhesive like there's no tomorrow. I need to be a bit more careful of what I'm using. But then I'm just trying to fill in those last few gaps of white space, and I finally work out what to do with that piece of pinked paper there. And I did have a little bit of extra overhang from the cards, a bit of white showing there, and I think that just closes it off nicely and frames that side. And then I'm still just trying to find little elements from the various sticker sheets and ephemera packs. And I have this wood veneer arrow that I got from Two Peas in a Bucket. And I really like it, but I wanted to colour it in. So I'm just using a Sharpie in, I think it's like a tropical one, like flamingo pink or something. I'm just colouring it in, which kind of is a bit out of shot, sorry about that. It is going to bleed, and you will see in the still pictures at the end that it has bled, but I really don't think that's an issue. Maybe I wouldn't do this on a super, super clean and simple layout because the bleeding might be a problem. But for the style I'm doing at the moment, these and the other Amy Tangerine Plus one, it's a little bit, I don't know, I don't want to say grungy because that's not the right word, but it doesn't bother me. It's kind of, I like the look of the bleed a bit. And I'm going to put the word Brunswick on there. Now what I do when the camera's off is I use my white gel pen to fill that in, and it just doesn't dry. Like, I waited ages and it didn't dry, so I ended up using some little alphabet stickers that came on a sticker sheet. And of course I have to do my ink splotches in the Heidi Swap Colour Shine. And I was thinking about letting it run down the page, but I made a judgment call and decided not to do that, and I am glad, because I think if I had done it, it would have ruined it. Then I would have been very sad. So I'm just going to add in a few little final touches. I do think about enamel dots, but you'll see I take them off. And I use some little asterisks from the alphabet sheet because I like them. They look like little splots as well. So I'm using them to give a bit of dimension. And that is pretty much my finished page. I do have some stills, I do have some stills at the end and close-ups. Thank you so much for joining me again here on my YouTube channel, and thank you to all the new subscribers. I'm so happy to see people watching my video, and I enjoy your comments and feedback, and it's been really great. So thank you so much. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye.